Alrighty then, here we go. I have to do this. I'm sorry, as a loyal ball knower, I have to do this. I have to dunk on these idiots because it's my duty to make people smarter. Okay? That's to make you laugh and to make people smarter. We can't have these morons going out here and saying stupid shit to thousands and thousands of Viking fans and for them to think that this is gospel truth, what these fucking idiots say. So it's very important to me to now tell you the truth. And these people are of a vested interest in seeing certain things happen on the TV, on the fucking football team that have nothing to do with play. And I'm fucking sick of it. I don't want fucking politics involved in fucking football games. Okay? I'm done with it. And these people are straight up lying to you for their political objectives. So, therefore, I'm going to set this up. Vikings lose 21-20. I'm not gloating because the Vikings lost. I'm not gloating because Josh Dobbs was awful. And he was. He was terrible. I'm simply dunking on these idiots because they're idiots. And they have some reason, these fucking three jackasses have a platform with thousands of people. They have the Hubbard thing behind them. They have all this money behind them, and they fucking suck. And they're spewing bullshit, and I'm sick of it. So this is the context of this is the after show. The Vikings lose 21-20. Josh Dobbs was terrible. He had several turnovers. Let's see, did he have one or two interceptions? He had several passes that should have been intercepted. Occasionally he makes plays with his legs, and that's basically all he did. He made two nice plays with his legs. Otherwise, he did not play well. And they make the excuse, well, he's only been here 3 weeks, or what have you. He knows where he's throwing the ball. He's late throwing the ball. He does not make good throws. He does not make quick enough decisions. He can run fantastically. I think he's an ideal backup. I don't know if they're going to bother investing. Was that a chirp? Fuck. I don't know if they're going to bother investing any money in him as a backup. But, on a team that's trying to win the Super Bowl, he might be a good backup. So anyway, that's the context. They put somebody in here to glaze and claim that Josh Dobbs played well. Listen to this bullshit.
In Vikings vent line.
All right, let's go to East Coast Chris, one of our regulars.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, man. Good to see you again.
Good to see you guys too. Sorry. Normally, I'm like muted when I come in, so I'm just trying to make sure I
got
did
it on too fast. Yep. We'll back to normal just so
this
it's...
time.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. What'd you think?
Guys, this is what I want to say. And I don't know if you guys already said this. RELAX. Relax. Everybody relax. We lost by 1 point in Denver. This was a game, first of all, for the last 6 games, we're 5-1 in 6 games. That's amazing. That's great. Josh Dobbs was fine.
Fine?
He threw 1 interception,
He fumbled several times.
How many times have we seen Kirk Cousins throw picks?
Okay. There you go, right there. He's better than Cousins, right there. Look at this guy and tell me that he doesn't root for Dobbs for reasons other than, you know why. Look at this guy. You tell me that this guy isn't rooting for Dobbs something other than political reasons or race or whatever. Give me a fucking break. Dobbs sucked, and he's been with 5 teams in 3 years. And we're going to pretend that he's just as good as Cousins. Okay, fuck you.
And let me tell you this. Josh Dobbs threw the pick at the beginning of the game.
After that matters.
He did fine. He played well enough to win the game.
No, he didn't.
Yes, there were some crazy fumbles. There were some crazy turnovers. It has happened before with this team, especially this year. But look at the schedule.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? This has happened before with this team this year? No, it hasn't. It has never happened. That you have 3 bad turnovers from the quarterback himself. No, this has not happened.
Like, we play the Bears, and then the Bengals, and then the Packers, and then the Raiders. You don't think we're going to be able to run off 4 straight wins? And then all this talk, KOC didn't know what he was doing. Okay, guys, guess what? Teams lose. Sometimes.
This guy's an idiot.
Sometimes. And this is going to be a surprise to some people. Coaches have bad games. It happens. And especially happens when your coach has only been your coach for 2 seasons.
He's only been the coach for 2 years, guys. You should probably give him like 4 or 5 years to be coach before he doesn't get really conservative and just and just PJ fuck the fucking game. Okay.
Seasons. The team is playing fine. They're
No.
going to be okay. And people keep saying like, "Oh, Josh Dobbs. Oh man, he just fell apart today. Oh, the shoe with the slipper's falling off. Oh, just like Case Keenum. Do you remember what happened when Case Keenum's slipper fell off? It was the NFC Championship game in Philly.
Stage.
We lost 38-7. That's what happened.
What?
We didn't lose 20. We didn't say anything about Patrick Mahomes when they lost a couple of weeks ago.
Patrick Mahomes. You're comparing Josh Dobbs to Patrick Mahomes. This guy's a fucking imbecile. I'm sorry. What a fucking moron.
They only scored like 9 points in Denver. Denver scored 24. Denver's on a hot streak. Oh, okay. It's fine. But people need to chill out. We're ready to fire the coach. We're ready to put Josh Dobbs back as the third stringer. People,
Yes. Yes, Josh Dobbs should be the third string quarterback. He's not good. They should see what they have in Jaron Hall. Josh Dobbs is not good.
well, Nick Mullins, I don't know. Maybe we should start.
I have seen a lot of like Jaron Hall needs to start next
Yes,
week.
Jaron
literally.
Hall? Oh.
Yes, Jaron Hall should start. Yes. Why would he not start? What do you think you're going to get? You think you're going to win the Super Bowl with Josh Dobbs? What's the point? He's a 28-year-old backup, a 28-year-old journeyman backup. What do you think you're going to get? Do you really think that, it's magic dirt in Minneapolis? Is there magic dirt in Minneapolis that he's going to be an all-pro quarterback? That he's not going to turn the ball over 2-3 times a day every fucking game? Yes, you should see what you have in Jaron Hall.
Oh, we told you if Kirk didn't start, this is what was going to happen.
Oh, there you go. You're bringing up Cousins. Now, notice that nobody brought up Kirk Cousins. It's only these ultra-defensive Dobbs people who just... No, you tell me. You tell me what it is, why he has to bring up Kirk Cousins. Why does he have to bring this up? He's insinuating that Dobbs is just as good as Cousins here. Well, I wonder why he's doing that. I wonder why. Take a look at him and wonder why that is.
Did you see some of the plays that Josh was able to make tonight? Did you see what he
did
was
he
able
miss?
to
There
do
was
with
a
his
belly laugh
legs,
from the
the
retard
strength
in
that
the
he had? We told you if Kirk didn't start, this is what was going to happen. Did you see some of the plays that Josh was able to make tonight? Did you see what he was able to do with his legs?
Did you see his legs? What if he had his arms around you? Imagine if he kissed your girlfriend. Well, he's a beast. He's a beast. Josh Dobbs is a beast.
Strength that he had. Yes,
Look at his
it's not as
strength.
accurate as Kirk Cousins. Yes, he is a backup, and he's able to make up for those things with his.
No, he's not. He's not because they lost, and he turned the ball over 3 times. He's a backup. He's not able to make up for things with his legs because he didn't. They were terrible. They lost the game. They were dominating the game. The Broncos suck. I don't care what you say. Russell Wilson is washed up. The Broncos are fucking terrible. They played terrible. Okay? The Broncos are terrible, and they played terrible. And Josh Dobbs lost this game because he sucks.
Athleticism. The defense was outstanding
Yes,
tonight.
they were.
Cortland Sutton is a dude. Sutton is a dude. He is going to make
He's a
those kinds of
beast.
catches at the end. Russell Wilson has been doing this for his entire
washed
career.
up.
Of course, he was going to drive down the field at the end of the game. That's how he's made his money.
How did he do it, by the way? These people bitch about Cousins checking down. Russell Wilson checked down like 4 times during this drive, and it worked every time. He got 8 to 10 yards every single time he checked down. Just a side note.
But the defense was fine. The offense, it needs a little work. I still don't know why Madison is starting. I feel like we all feel the same way about that.
The scapegoat. I'm sick of this. Madison, he sucks, and Chandler is a little bit better, but you're not going to have this sea change if they start giving Chandler 25 carries a game. You're just not going to see it. He's a little bit more explosive, but he can't block. So maybe swap the roles and see what happens. Maybe, but Chandler is not. Chandler's not great.
But we just need to chill out and breathe for a second. Look at the big picture. They showed you tonight. If we lost the game, they told us we still had an 80% chance of making the playoffs. 80%.
Okay, making the playoffs. It's fine. This is what he's saying is all well and good here with that. But these retards on the left are talking about, Who cares if when Cousins is a quarterback? Who cares if you go to the playoffs and only win one game? Who cares? We wanted a Super Bowl. We need a Super Bowl before we die. Oh, I need to do it before I die. And now just making the playoffs is good enough. Okay.
Yeah, because the last 3 games. By the way, East Coast Chris, just bravo, dude.
Awesome stuff.
Right.
And I'm with you on Dobbs, but
It's an AFC game.
Here we go. Now listen to Yud here. Beat it, but they construct and beat the shit out of the straw man and rip the shit out of you.
But be prepared. The Cousins fans are coming back strong off this game, and you're going to have to tune them out.
Look,
I'm just saying,
beat the shit out of
also
beat the shit out of that straw man. Let's see that again.
Be prepared. The Cousins fans are coming back strong off this game, and you're going to have to tune them out.
Look,
I'm just saying,
Cousins also had. I mean, you want to talk about like
I'm not comparing
nighttime road, like primetime games. I think we've seen a lot of bad Cousins throughout the years, right?
But you know it.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's your take here? Cousins played bad once. Why are you comparing these two? Why do you have to defend Josh Dobbs to this extent? Do you think he's as good as Cousins? Are you kidding me?
The first sign of Dobbs showing anything that's not damn near perfection, like what Chris was talking about, is coming back.
Nothing
damn near perfection. He's been shitty for 3 games. Let's be honest. As far as throwing the football down the field, Josh Dobbs has been pretty shitty. Okay, they beat a couple of terrible teams, and they threw this game away. He is basically a game manager at best. That's all you can do with him. You can make some plays on his feet, but you can't have him make risky throws or he throws interceptions. This is ridiculous. This is 100% ridiculous, these 3. And then the Cousins fans, they're coming back. Are the Cousins fans in the room with you now, Yud? Are the Cousins fans in the room with you now? Judd and Mackey. Why do they have to vociferously defend this journeyman backup quarterback 4? Why do they have to do that? You tell me. You tell me why. Nobody's expecting Josh Dobbs to lead them to a Super Bowl. At least, no reasonable people are. But why do you got to do this? Why do you got to shit on Cousins? Why do you got to backhand shit on Cousins after Dobbs' bad game? Who brought up Cousins? There's no Cousins fans here that are bringing up Cousins. The reason that people bring up Cousins is they're defending him because of you assholes shitting on him for 6 years and trying to run him out of town immediately. You're trying to run him out of town and say he sucks after he went 13-4 last year. And you still try to shit on him and say he sucks. They went 13-4 last year with 0 defense. This year, they beat fucking San Francisco. So Cousins was bad sometimes on the road. Who gives a fuck? Is Cousins a better quarterback than Dobbs? Absolutely. Why are you excusing this play? You shit on Cousins constantly. If he plays well, you shit on him. This asshole on the right, Judd, shit on Cousins last year when he went 30 of 39 and they won the game. He said he didn't have a great game. They are straight up lying to you. They've lied to you for 5 years because they want to run him out of town because they want to root for a black quarterback. Is it more obvious what these people want to do? They want social justice at quarterback. So how dare you criticize Dobbs? You Cousins defenders, you evil Republicans. How dare you? How dare you come back? And is anybody actually doing this? No, nobody's even done this. They've built up this straw man. They've just built this straw man up out of fucking thin air. And now they're beating the shit out of it. Why? Because how dare you cheer against the black quarterback?
Proves your point as
at the first sign of Dobbs showing anything that's not damn near perfection, like what Chris was talking about, is coming back.
Nothing proves your point as a Cousins fanatic like dunking on people that are having fun watching a journeyman quarterback on his 5th team in 2 years. If that's the bar saying, see, my guy's better than that, then all right, congratulations, I guess.
Beat up that straw man. Beat up that straw man, Phil. You've been shitting on him for 5 years. You shit on him for 5 years, and they're defending him against you because they're supposed to be fans of the fucking team. You treat him like he's a Packer or a Bear or like a rival quarterback. You don't shit on your own fucking team like this. That's what makes people so upset. And you're getting mad at him because he's a fucking Republican. That's it. Or you think he's a Republican. I don't even know. Because he's not Team Libtard. You're going to this extent ripping on a guy as if he was playing for your rival team because of his politics and possibly his race, probably his race, I would say at this point. Because you want to root for a black quarterback because it makes you feel good. Give me Teddy Bridgewater back. Give me Teddy Bridgewater back. Don't give me this shit about you care how much money he makes. Nobody gives a fuck. That argument's been debunked anyway. As soon as you made that stupid argument, the Rams won the Super Bowl, paying your quarterback a hell of a lot more. So why do they do this? You tell me.
And I think there's frustration. I think there's frustration about the running backs. I think there's frustration about some of the decisions tonight. I'm not seeing a ton of mass Dobbs sucks now dumping upon Dobbs. So unless it's going to come from a certain faction.
Oh, it's going to come from a certain faction. Look out, guys. If you think Dobbs sucks, that means you're a racist. That's what it is. And here it comes.
But my point is, let's just see this play out for Dobbs.
Why?
I'm not putting Nick Mullins in, who was the backup.
He's white. Why would you play him? He's the backup quarterback, but he's white. Why would you play him? Play this journeyman who doesn't know the fucking playbook. You make excuses for him not knowing the fucking playbook, but you play him because he doesn't know the fucking playbook. Right? Why? Because Nick Mullins is white? Is that why? It doesn't make any sense to play a guy who doesn't know the playbook if that's your excuse for his shitty play. So then why do you want to play him?
Tonight, next week against the Bears. I think there's definitely some. I think there's frustration that's justified. I think there's some talking points that are justified, but this should not turn into a should Dobbs start now. Dobbs showed you enough that Dobbs deserves to get the opportunity to continue to start, and I don't think that's a conversation right now.
Are you fucking kidding me? There's 20. What color is the sky in this world? Josh Dobbs sucks. Did you not see the last drive? If Cousins made this played like this, they would rip him a new fucking asshole. The whole fucking after show would be how much Cousins sucks and you got to run him out of town. Dobbs was embarrassing. He was embarrassingly bad. And yeah, he's been with the team 3 weeks or whatever. But isn't that the reason to play the guys that you had on the team? You only got Josh Dobbs because Mullins was hurt. And you're only playing him because Hall was hurt. So he's third string now. Why is it so out of the question to start Jaron Hall or even Mullins? Because he's black? Why? Why? What is he showing you? Because he can scramble? Okay, that's great. He can scramble a little bit. But he's a backup at best. So what do you need to see here? Or is it because he's black? You tell me.
2 or 3 bad games? Then yeah, let's talk about it.
He's had 2 or 3.
But tonight,
he has not had great games. He has struggled with turnover. Atlanta was not a good game. Now that was a first game, but come on. So he's played one game reasonably well. And actually they scored nothing in the second half of that game. So he has not played out of this world. What are you talking about? Again, is it because he's black? Is that why?
Don't put tonight on Dobbs.
What?
I'm not sure about you to start. And I don't think that's a conversation right now. 2 or 3 bad games? Then yeah, let's talk about it. But tonight, I don't put tonight on Dobbs. I'm not sure about you guys. I do not.
You don't put the game on Dobbs? He had 2 turnovers and he couldn't move the ball at all at the end. Well, why are they making excuses like this? They just want to root for a black quarterback that badly that he can do no wrong. He walks on water, and if you criticize him, you're essentially calling people racist. Really?
Not put tonight on Josh Dobbs.
Dax, were you going to say something?
I was just going to say that, honestly, screw the Cousins Crusaders if they want to come back with that.
Again, beat the shit out of that straw man.
That ship has passed. Kirk Cousins is out for the season. There's nothing you can say that's going to make him magically appear. And if you want to dunk on that, weirdly enough, go dunk on that. The Vikings.
Are the Cousins Crusaders in the room with you right now? Again, beating the piss out of this straw man. What the fuck is this? This is weird. You're obsessing over it. First of all, you call people Cousins Crusaders, again, who defend Cousins against your unreasonable attacks for 5 years because you want to root for a black quarterback because it makes you feel good. Cousins is playing awesome the last 3 years. Awesome. But that's not good enough for you. So you make up this excuse. You make up this ad hominem attack for people that like say, wait a minute, why are you shitting on our quarterback? He's good. That's perfectly reasonable. And you come with this attack, and then how dare you, and how dare you guys defend yourselves from being called Cousins Crusaders? Like, fuck you. How about you just stop bitching about the quarterback because he's white and doesn't worship homosexuals? Because that's basically what it is. Just fuck you. I mean, you're making up this fucking straw man, and you're mad that people are going to dunk on you because you're fucking wrong and because you're being fucking assholes for 5 years. Fuck you. How about that? You're just liars and stupid. One or the other. Either a liar, disingenuous, or you're stupid. You pick.
Quarterback right now is Josh Dobbs. And maybe in a pinch, if things get really more...
But Josh Dobbs sucks, okay? He doesn't have to be Josh Dobbs. He's not anointed the quarterback of the future. That's the point, you fucking retard. You've anointed Josh Dobbs the quarterback of the future, and he's not. You said you should re-sign him next year after one fucking game. He hasn't played one complete good game yet. That's the point. You have Jaren Hall on the roster. You have Mullins on the roster. Dobbs is only here because they needed a body, and he had to play. He was forced to play because Hall got a concussion. That's the only reason he's fucking playing. And yeah, fine, they won 2 games, but he didn't really play that well, quite frankly. And he can't throw very well. He's an outstanding runner on his feet, but he's like a typical fucking running quarterback. We've seen it a million times. He's above average even scrambling. He's a fantastic scrambling quarterback. That's why I think, bring him back as a QB2 if you want. If he'll take next to nothing in salary, if nobody's dumb enough to make him a starter, then bring him back as a QB2. Fantastic. He could win a couple games for you, maybe, against some shitty teams like this. But he's not going to win against a good team. And he's not anointed the starter like you fucking retards have done. It's ridiculous. You people are fucking ridiculous. You have, look at this fucking freeze frame. You have Jaren Hall, who's your rookie quarterback. Why don't you see what the rookie quarterback has? Why is that out of the question? The season's over. You're not winning the Super Bowl with Josh Dobbs, okay? He's not the anointed quarterback. Just because you say that, twink, doesn't mean it's so. You have 2 other quarterbacks on the roster. You have a rookie quarterback. Why don't you see if that guy... Because if that guy can play backup, if he's as adequate as Dobbs, fuck it. Why not have... then Jaren Hall's your backup quarterback. There you go. And if you want to draft another quarterback next year, if it's a deep quarterback draft, you want to draft another quarterback next year, second round or something, go ahead. Go ahead and do it. But don't anoint this guy as anything. He's a fucking scrub for a reason.
Or if he gets injured, you got Jaren Hall. Weirdly enough, go dunk on that. The Vikings quarterback right now is Josh Dobbs. And maybe in a pinch, if things get really more wonky or if he gets injured, you got Jaren Hall. I don't really want to hear any Cousins hater trying to dunk on someone when this team is still 6-4 in the driver's seat making the playoffs.
Cousins haters aren't dunking on anybody. You mean Cousins Crusaders?
Cousins Crusaders to come in, yeah.
But I'm not sure about you guys. I'm not seeing a ton of that, nor do I think we should see that.
There's people in every corner of the world that are going to.
Absolutely.
I mean, do I watch some of the that last drive? Do I think the KOC version of Kirk Cousins executes a better? Well, let me put it this way. Maybe this is my hottest take that I'm blowing right now before tomorrow morning show. Mm-hmm. Do I think Kirk Cousins lead the Vikings to field goal range and gives Greg Joseph a chance to win it? Yes.
Wow, what a hot take. Cousins is better than Dobbs. Or not even say that. He can't even admit that. He just said Cousins would have been better on the last drive. He can't just admit that Cousins is lights out better than Josh Dobbs. It's just a fucking stupid question. Wow, you gave us that much, Phil? Wow, what a hero. Cousins would have led the game-winning drive, or a better chance to lead the game-winning drive than Dobbs. Now go back it up and say that Josh Dobbs is still more fun to watch than electric and all your bullshit you did. Go ahead.
I think. Okay, here we go. Kirk's Achilles is magically healed. You have a minute 3 and 3 timeouts, and there's altitude, so you really only need to go like 35 yards, I think, is where they kind of put that marker. Kirk Cousins, ball's in your hand. 3-4 years ago, the Mike Zimmer tension, sort of more.
What a fucking fraud. Yeah, because he was no good 3-4 years ago. That's their fucking cope. 3-4 years ago, he sucks, right? The stats don't show that, of course, but he's just a liar.
Nervous version of Kirk in those situations. Like this, that was like before fourth quarter comeback Kirk came along last year. Kevin O'Connell's version
cherry
of
pick
Kirk,
stupid
quiet line
stats.
Kirk. I think Kirk leads them to field goal range, and then the game's on Greg Joseph's. Wow.
Well, first of all, Kirk doesn't turn the ball over 3 times by fumbling because Dobbs can't throw it all. So there you go.
At that point, it's on his leg. So, so maybe I actually side with the Cousins Crusaders, is what I'm saying. That's right.
Except
Kirk would have won that game tonight. That's what
except you don't get that Josh Oliver touchdown with Kirk.
Oh, there you go. There you go. He's not as good. You fucking clown, Judd.
He gets sacked on that play, and you probably have to. That ends up with a field goal. So
Correct.
like that's the
Are you
trick.
fucking retarded? Are you fucking retarded? You're inserting Kirk Cousins into one play to make your stupid excuse for your Negro quarterback? Are you fucking kidding? Are you out of your mind? It's apropos that the no, I didn't know this was happening because this is my kid's room. The fucking smoke detector's chirping. This is perfect.
Off.
Yep, and it's hard to go back and say, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do the trade off for like the
That's
last
3
3
points.
games and see kind of where the chips fall. All right.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you suggesting that Dobbs would have been better the last 3 games? They are. They're really suggesting that Josh Dobbs is a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins, or possibly is a better quarterback. Fuck you.
By the way, if you guys are still hanging out,
Okay, that's enough. That's done. It's fucking ridiculous. These guys are clowns. They're rooting for him because they want to cheer for a black quarterback, okay? Or they're really stupid. Or they're really fucking stupid. But I don't think he's that stupid. I think he just loves to root for a black quarterback because he's retarded and he's a cuck. So fuck these people.